DeMeco, how's Emmanuel look since coming back from the COVID list?
Yeah, E-Man has looked pretty good. Coming back, he's done a great job. He's hopped back in. He made a play yesterday. You just see where he fits. He's a great player for us. He's done a great job, and I just love the way he came out, had great energy, just showed his love for football, showed it's all about having fun and making plays. So I love the energy that he brought to us, and happy to have E-Man back. His presence is felt. Happy to see him back out there.
How much do you think Jason Verrett's confidence has grown, just given that he's put together a pretty long stretch now of being healthy and being able to stack some good practices?
Yeah, JV has done a great job of just being consistent. It's one thing I highlight to the guys, mainly it feels like every meeting I have with the defensive group, I'm highlighting JV and just showing his consistency and just showing the young guys like how it looks to be a true pro. And JV is that example for the guys in our room, and he brings it every day. He competes every day, and his work ethic is just unmatched. So just happy to have him in a really good place where he's not worried about the history of the injuries or anything like that. He's playing confident, he's playing fast, he's playing physical, and it's exactly what I like to see.
The chemistry between him, Jimmy Ward, and K1 Williams seems to be very tight. Is that something that you expect from them? Is that something that really stands out?
Yeah, it does. It does stand out the way those guys are. You can tell, like, they're tight on the field, so you can tell that just translates off the field. Like, those guys are always talking. They're always hanging out together. So you can tell that camaraderie off the field it pours over onto the field and allows them, they know what to expect from each other. They have ease of communication between each other. So when they get in situations where they have to communicate, it's easy, translates quickly, and those guys are able to play faster just because of their tightness and their bond.
Does it seem like they communicate without words out there on the field?
Yeah, you can tell that, right? They do communicate without words, and that's when you know you've been playing with someone for a few years where sometimes words don't need to be said. It's just a look or a hand signal here or there, and they know exactly what each other are thinking, and they can go and perform it very quickly.
What did you think the energy level, given the 19,000 inside Levi's? Did you feel a pickup of mood there?
Yeah, it was awesome, and having the fans back out, you just see this is what sports is all about, right? It was the energy that the fans bring to the game. That's what it's all about. And I felt that energy today from all the fans. We're thankful for all the fans that took time today to come out and support our guys. Very thankful for the enthusiasm and energy that they showed today. It uplifts everyone. So I'm happy to have the fans back. It's just fun times. Much more fun when the fans are in.
A lot of move the ball activity. What do you think your defense did? And basically without your starting defensive line out there.
Yeah, I think the move the ball periods it was good. It's much needed. And a lot of times you're going through scripted periods and guys get honed in on just those particular plays and stop them. But it's really good to get to move the ball. It's kind of to simulate real football as much as possible without taking guys to the ground. So much needed for the defense. I thought we came out, we did some good things, did some things not so well. There's some things always to improve on and get better at. So I think it's just a good start for us today.
Were you surprised at all by Ryan Yarbrough? It felt like today, like without, Kinlaw and a lot of these guys out there, he got a good run and looked like he was, kind of everywhere.
Yeah, Yarbrough, he's guy came in late in training camp and a late start to training camp, but he stepped in and he's done really well. Guy, he never stops. That's one thing I like about Yarbrough. He never stops, always good energy, always going, great motor, great effort, and he's always around the ball making plays. So Yarbrough has done a good job for us.
Do you see him in sort of that Armstead, like 3-5 sort of role?
Well, he's been all around the D-line, really, with all the guys that are in and out. Yarbrough has done a good job of just moving in, moving inside. He can do a little bit of both. So it's just good to have a rotational guy out there who can help us along the line.
It was a busy day for Diamador Lenore. He was with the second team, and then he got some first-team reps too. What goes into deciding, whether Lenore is up with the twos or Ambry Thomas? I mean, what have you seen from those two guys?
Yeah, a lot of that goes into who's available, throughout practice. So I don't put much rank into, training camp because we're always rolling and rotating guys, whether it's with the ones, twos, or threes. It's really to me, it's not a big deal. You just want to go out, see a guy perform the technique that we're asking them to do and do it at a consistent level. So whether you with the ones, twos, or threes, it doesn't matter. Like, just how are you performing each and every day? So Lenore, he's doing a good job. He's getting better. Ambry is getting better, and they still have to keep working, just like everyone else, to pick up the consistency.
You talked about just the move the ball period for how it helps the defense. How does it help you as a first-time play caller?
Yeah, it helps a lot. Just get into the flow of calling the game, just thinking, the chess match is going on. What do you think? What am I thinking? That Kyle is running. How are we going to defend it? And making sure our guys are in something that they're comfortable with and they can go out and play at a high level. So it's really good for me as a new play caller to just go through that process as many times as I can before the regular season starts.
DeMeco, I believe in the spring you touched on the impact of Johnny Holland on you. Can you touch on some specific things and ways he's influenced you?
Yeah, I think, with Johnny Holland, like Johnny was my coach coming into the NFL my rookie year. And it's just the thing that always stuck out to Johnny is just he never just felt like just coach, right? And that's something as a coach that I try to pour into guys. You want to build that relationship with guys. And always, even though Johnny coached me for 5 years, so yeah, whether it was Thanksgiving dinners, being there, it always felt like family with Johnny and never like a coach-player relationship. So he showed me from that standpoint how to just interact. Now me being a coach, how do you interact with players? Like, it's more than about just football. It's about life lessons. Johnny, I can go down and talk me about money, talk me about relationships. He just taught me about a lot of things where he was kind of like that father figure for me coming into the NFL. So, Johnny has been awesome. Great to have him. Great to work with him again. So, I'm just thankful for Johnny.
Been a strong couple of days for Arden Key the last few days. What are you seeing from him and his growth early on here?
Yeah, Arden, he shows up every day. Arden shows up every day around the quarterback a lot. So Arden is a guy who does a good job on the edge when it comes to rushing the passer. As far as being able to bend and close to the quarterback, he does a really good job of that, and he's been more consistent. He's doing a really good job against the run as well, being physical and stout versus the run, what we ask all our guys to do. So I'm pleased with where Arden is now, and he'll continue to develop and get better as he continues to just do our technique over and over again.
DeMeco, with a guy like Arden, he obviously doesn't lack for talent. He was pretty high draft pick, had really big moments in college and all that stuff at a big-time program, but it didn't really happen with the Raiders. Do you sit down with, him specifically, with guys like that and try to figure out kind of where are you with the system? Are you doing something wrong? Like, how do we get you to realize whatever your potential is? Do you have those conversations with a guy like that?
Right, for sure. We had those conversations with him just about, a lot of times people get focused on the past and what happened in the past, and I always try to tell players, as Arden or anyone, just we can't worry about the past. Like, where do you want your career to look like? And where do you want to move forward? What's your why? Why are you pushing forward? What does it mean to you, right? Who are you playing for? What are you playing for? And if we can connect on those things, and I know you have it in your heart, you love football and you want to go out and perform your best, like, forget what happened in the past. Now let's move forward and let's make the best of your career starting now. So I think Arden has a good chance to do that here.
Ford said he'll turn the corner when he gets sacks. What have you seen from him coming back from his injury? He's been in team drills now.
Yeah, it's right. First and foremost, it's good to see D back out there. I just understand how it is going through injuries and just feel like an outcast almost, where it's just, always in the training room, pushing forward. So it's just, first and foremost, it's an accomplishment just for him just to be back out there. And he's done a good job with the reps that he's been given. He's done a good job. He's moving forward, progressing every day. So just excited for him and where he can go, just taking it one day at a time with him. But so far, so good. He's looked really well.
Kyle said that he's starting to look like what he's seen from in the past, so
Right.
a little excited about that.
For sure, you see those glimpses. When he does, take a few reps, you see those glimpses of D, just his explosiveness, his speed off of the ball. You see those glimpses, like reminds you of where he was a couple years ago. So you get excited when you see that from him. But I'm happy for the guy to just battle through all of that and put himself in position, all right, to keep moving forward.
Is Marcel Harris permanently a linebacker now? And when it comes time to to cut down the roster, is his ability to play safety going to factor into that decision?
Yeah, Marcel's done a good job at linebacker. He's still learning. He's done a good job the past couple of days. Seen him make some plays, some things we asked our linebacker to do. Marcel is picking up on it really well. So I'm happy with where he is, and he's just progressing forward. The thing I like about Marcel is you say linebacker, say Marcel's a playmaker, and he shows up a lot more when he's closer to the line of scrimmage. So I just love his speed, his physicality, and his instincts. For him being closer to the ball, Marcel's I think he has it in him to go out and be a really good player, right? It's just for him just getting as many reps as possible. It's for him to just feel more comfortable there.
That's good.
All right, thank you, guys.
What we got?
How's the chemistry been with all of you on the offensive line?
Oh, I think the chemistry has been fantastic. I think guys are playing really well, gelling together. Having a veteran center always helps. Familiar with the offense, he can get guys going to the right places, and so I think everything is gelling just how we wanted to.
How important is it for you to practice every day? A lot of guys in your position might take a day or two here and there.
Yeah, for me, I'm always working on something, and if I have something to work on, it's kind of hard for me to sit on the sideline and not do that work. So, for me personally, I know playing online it's an art, it's a skill. So you got to continue to sharpen that every day. And so for me, especially early in training camp, knocking the rust off, I think it's important I get to work.
Is that being your first?
19,000 there, you're in Levi Stadium, you're moving the ball actually. Did it not feel like some simulation of a game? Did you feel like the energy level was?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, it did. I mean, just a portion of the stadium filled up, but, we still had trouble even hearing each other, hearing the coaches. So, without me personally, I hadn't played in front of fans since 2018. So it's kind of, it's been an extended period of time for me. So being back out there with the fans definitely felt good.
Like Jimmy was pretty sharp out there. You said that he was picking up the energy too.
Yeah, I think Jimmy's been pretty sharp all camp. If you diagnose all his reps, I think he's been the same guy. He's been leading us up and down the field.
Trent, you said, I think somewhere on the radio, I'll put it in context, you said, there's no hurry for Trey Lance to start. Jimmy's the guy. But you also said, Trey is a generational talent, which is obviously a high praise. What stupid question, but what are the traits he has where you say, wow, that is super, super special?
If you just go down the line, you look at the size. He's a little bit bigger than your prototypical quarterback. You look at his athleticism. Obviously, we know has the edge there over your conventional quarterback. But then he can also do all the things your conventional quarterback is supposed to do. So, you don't see those come around too much. Like labeled generational talents. He's a blue chipper. So, you can see it from day one.
How important is it to have a veteran center in this offense like Alex Mack, who knows everything, and how does he improve like you, Lakin, and everybody around him? Second question, as a newly paid man, how much did that chain cost?
Having Alex, in this offense, center is vital because we have so many moving parts, so many emotions, and with those moving parts and those motions come calls, and the center is in charge of all that. So having a guy who's literally seen every look there is to give him, with being 13 years in the NFL, I think it's definitely a huge, huge plus. And I don't know, I forgot how much the chain cost, but I had it a little minute.
Chris earlier was talking about some of the exchanges that have gone wrong. A lot of the stuff with zone read and that stuff is tempo. Just getting into Kyle's offense, whether it's offensive line, running back, how big of a part is just adjusting to that sort of tempo?
Oh, I mean, for us, it's a walk in the park. The defense it's all the stress is on the defense. We block for the running back, and the quarterback chooses what to do with the ball. So, as an offensive line, I mean, it's definitely having a defense in a complex position like that. It definitely gives us a leg up. But those exchanges and stuff, new quarterback, new running back. I mean, those type of things that don't just click overnight. It takes some time. Obviously, two young guys, two very talented guys, they'll get it fixed.
I got a couple more guys. I got a question about a guy that's way down on the depth chart, but he's supposed to be. It's Alfredo Gutierrez, back from Mexico. What's your impressions of him, and is it kind of cool to see somebody like so young and raw that understands this place, but just he's really happy just to be here?
Yeah. I mean, I think it puts everything in perspective. Because you look at him, he's a huge guy, monstrous guy. He can actually pretty nimble for his size. But he never really played football. I grew up playing football since second grade, so it's like a lot of things that's second nature to me. He hadn't seen before. But I mean, when you look at him, you see how fast he's catching on. Just to even that he's even grasping some of the techniques and some of the schemes that we're throwing at him. I mean, to me, that's a huge win for him. And like you said, he got the whole year to continue to work. And I think he has what it takes, man. Honestly.
You mentioned being in front of fans for the first time since 2018. Do you find yourself with like little benchmarks along the way since you've come back of like, man, this is different. I miss this. Like, how often does that happen?
Yeah, I mean, the fans is definitely one of those benchmarks. I had, hadn't seen people cheering for us like that, for a home team. Obviously, they had some fans on the road last year, but, for me, walking out of a home locker room and having the fans, I mean, honestly, it almost scared shit out of me. Excuse my language. It almost scared me because I'm just walking out for normal practice. I forget, that the fans are there. As soon as you walk out, you just hear a thunderous roar. I'm like, oh. I mean, obviously, I was walking behind Kittle and Bosa, so they had reason to scream. But, I mean, it definitely was one of those benchmarks. Like, oh, hold on, now I forgot what it feels like to be cheered on,
When you mentioned you have little things you want to work on, how do you identify those? Are those watching tape from last year, or are those evaluating your practice reps from?
Both. A great deal of both. Just getting together with my old line coach, Chris First. I mean, he's a wizard. So we just study my movements close, and he gives me a list of stuff to work on, and I just try to get them knocked out.
Samson said you present a huge challenge for him when he's rushing. He said you kind of almost know what he's going to do before he does it. How much of a challenge has he been for you? Has he given you something to work with?
Yeah, he has been extremely. I've gotten good work from all the edge rushers here in camp. I mean, luckily, not luckily, but Bosa hasn't won any. But that's a tough one. But even like guys like Samson, Arden Key. I mean, those guys have pretty. They presented some challenges along the way. Both very, very talented in their own right. So they've keeping me on my P's and Q's, which is one of the reasons I hadn't took an off day.
Thank you, Trent. Is it true Zutto retired because he beat you with a spin move?
Hey, it might be. Hey, I ain't the only one he got with a spin move, but hey, that was a damn good spin move. I had to give it to him. Yeah, he caught it quick. I did. I had to.
How are you settling in?
I'm settling in pretty good. I think, when I got here, I'm just trying to earn the respect of my teammates, earn the trust of everybody in the organization, and I feel like that's been going well.
Do you feel like there's an opportunity here for you? You're obviously working with the ones already. What do you think?
I think, I'm just coming in every day trying to work hard, trying to give my best effort to this football team, to contribute in any way I can to help win games.
Why did you choose the 49ers?
The opportunity. I think, they were interested in me and, with the GM, the head coach, and, everything I've heard about this organization is great. So, when they gave me that opportunity, I thought it was one that I couldn't pass up on.
How has that veteran leadership between Jimmy Ward and Trent Williams, those guys, how has that helped you kind of adjust to it?
Oh, it's been great. All those guys has been definitely, a helping hand to me, since I've been getting adjusted here since the spring. Whatever questions I got to ask, about the area, the defense, or whatever I need, those guys, have been there for me, even down to, barbers and getting your haircuts and stuff like that. So those guys have definitely been a great help for me.
You were with Jimmy Garoppolo early on when he was first a rookie in New England. Have you seen growth from him just as he's become a veteran now and that the shoe's on the other foot for him in terms of the quarterback competition?
Oh, most definitely. Demi's gotten better every year, and he's continuing to get better every day. And it's been exciting to, to be able to see his face again from the past. So, it's been awesome.
What did the fans do today from an energy perspective?
It was great. Obviously last year was a tough year for everybody. So, to get the fans back out there, cheering, offense, defense on, is definitely something that, we feed off as players. So we're grateful for that.
One of the biggest challenges is going up against George Kittle. I know you got the best of him yesterday in one of those individual drills to start practice.
Everything's tough about going against George. He's just a great player all around. So, me coming in every day just trying to challenge him and I'm trying to make him better. We're making each other better every single day, and that's ultimately going to make our football team better.
What were your early impressions of DeMeco Ryans as defensive coordinator?
Say that again?
What were your early impressions of DeMeco Ryans as DC?
Oh, I love Miko. Miko definitely played the game, so he definitely understands, some of the things that we're going through as players, and he definitely do everything he can to put us in, opportunities to win, and he expects us to win.
Tavon, you come in and it's almost been like you played in the system before. That's how comfortable you look back there. Is that because of, your veteran status, because you're playing with Jimmy Ward, who's also been in it? What sort of led to that?
I think it started with my position coach. Daniel Bullocks, he's been working hard with me, since the spring and since I signed here, of trying to get me to get the defense. DeMeco Ryans, of giving me great points, and just everybody in this building has been a helping hand and trying to make me comfortable. So I'm grateful for all those guys, and I'm blessed to be a part of it.
Since you signed with the team, have you been in Santa Clara working with coaches?
Not since I signed. So I came in the spring for OTAs and then left for our 40 days, and then I was back. But I did get opportunity to work with the coaches in the spring when everything was permitted.
You're like an old man by NFL standards.
I wouldn't say that, but go ahead.
That was my mistake.
Okay.
You're very experienced.
Yes. Very.
And, at some point, like, oh, okay, he's near the end of the road. But, do you see this as obviously, as discussed, you're starting, you're looking good, you look comfortable. Do you see this, I don't know, rejuvenation or anything, but just a great opportunity to continue your career when maybe some people think?
I'm just trying to, do everything I can each and every day to earn my way here as a player. So I'm not worried about next year. I'm not worried about the first game. I'm worried about tomorrow. So for me, I just come in every day, work hard, and put my best foot forward. If it leads to next year, that's cool. But if not, I'm cool either way.
Has Bullocks taught you anything new? Is there anything unique about him as a coach?
Most definitely. He was a player. So, obviously he's been in some of those situations before, and he knows this defense inside and out. So the points he gives me on a daily basis, from the standpoint of, if I, make one bad step here or don't make a check here, like he holds me to a high standard, and I appreciate him every day for the person he is and the way he approaches his day.
That's good. Cool. You got an email right here.
All right.
Swing of things.
Oh, it feels good. I I was tired of being at home. It's nothing like being with your brothers out there on the field. So just being back, just blessed to be back.
When you do have to be home for a while, how important was it for you for that first throw to go into your direction? I think it was yesterday. You got the pass breakup. How good did it feel to have action right away like that?
Yeah, it felt good. You know, you got to get back in the mix of things, and to be able to break that pass up gave me the confidence to get back out there.
You guys haven't played in front of home fans since 2019. What kind of energy did they bring today?
Oh, it was amazing just going out there, seeing the faithful. I think the last time we played was the NFC Championship game, so it was so crazy. But just having them out there, it gives you the energy to keep going and just pumps you up.
Kyle said yesterday he had trouble recognizing you because you're in number 4 and he's still not used to it. What went into the
Yeah.
change of number 4?
So number 4, that's like my family number. In high school, I wore number 4. My cousin wore 4. My brothers wore 4. So when that number came available, I had to change it.
How much easier does it make it for you to come back and jump in right away with JV and K1 and Jimmy out there who have such a great chemistry?
Yeah, so I mean, this would be our second year, third year playing together. So the chemistry is there. While I was home, I was watching film, just taking things from what they're doing. So when I get back, I can implement it and just fit right back in.
What about just Jason Verrett's game can you apply to yourself or your approach, just given that he's a smaller guy but still has that physicality and still able to play bigger than himself?
Yeah, so what I think with JV, it starts mental. Like his mindset is unmatched. What he brings in the film room, he points out things that you don't even see, you know. So I take that away from him. And just on the field, he's just a dog. You know, he got the greatest feet ever, I must say. So I learned a lot from him, and I'm going to continue to learn from him.
For the layman, talk about what that footwork is.
You said
For us who are laymen at it, explain what the footwork is that he's so
Oh,
good
okay,
at.
I see. Yeah, I mean, he just got the greatest footwork. Like, if the receiver's breaking in, he's going to break in before the receiver. Breaking out, he's going to break out, you know. So just as a DB, you need to have great feet work and just to be able to stay in front of the receiver. That's what helps you win.
Versus technique.
Yeah, no, I think it goes together.
How difficult was it last year just being in and out of the lineup, and how do you get that out of your mind as you're going to be inside?
Yeah, so I mean, last year you got to charge to the game. Last year, you just got to move on to this year. I'm healthy, so that's a blessing. I'm ready to attack the year.
How did you stay, you look like you're not being really limited playing quite a bit. How did you kind of stay in shape while you were at home?
It's hard to stay in shape, you know, but the trainers are doing a good job with me outside right now, keep me on a rep count and just make sure I stay healthy.
You're not wearing a mask. Are you vaccinated? And if so, or are you suspicious, questioning why you got a positive test?
Oh, no, I mean, I'm vaccinated. I believe everything happens for a reason. It was a reason for it, and just got to move on forward from it.
All right, good. Oh, let's go. Thank you.
Yeah.